Hello friends and welcome back to my Pokemon Black 2 Nuzlocke. So on the previous episode, holy shit, there's so many big name guys here. On the last episode, I registered for this world tournament. We're going to fight Bush right now. Wait. Is this like a proper rival battle? Okay, we'll see. If I can't use items, remember, that's the rule of the Nuzlocke. If I can't use items, then it doesn't count, right? Yeah. Pretty sure that we're gonna stick with that. I'm gonna test it like immediately because I want to know how I should be playing this. Like, should I be playing this like I'm trying to win, or should I be playing this like I'm trying to preserve the life of my Pokemon? Because that can be quite different depending on Oh, what the fuck? He's level 25? Is this real life right now? Wait, can I use items? I can't use items, so the Nuzlocke rules do not apply during this time. Okay, perfect. That's the exact sort of thing that I wanted to see. So yeah, basically, as I said, if it's one of those situations where I'm not getting experience either. If you see that there, which means that the Nuzlocke rules definitely don't apply. Oh, I'm so pleased. Such stress-free, you know. Oh, it didn't one-shot him. Wow, look at this Simi Sage, so strong. And if you notice there as well, I didn't get a chance to, like, they didn't ask me to if I wanted to switch out or not, because are you serious right now? What the fuck? Alright, this is Cheryl, right? Holy shit! Zoroark, can you calm the fuck down, dude? I mean, that is with -1 defense, but still, dude, that was a way too much from something 10 levels below you. Okay, get some Shell Bell regen, sure. Tranquil. Well, I know from experience that this guy gets one shot, so you know, I hope that one level won't make the difference. And it totally does make the difference. What the fuck, dude? It lived with 1 HP, Jesus Christ. Alright, that's fine. It's not a big deal. Zoroark will carry me through. No big deal at all. Okay. Oh yeah, this feels really good, you know. It's like a low pressure kind of environment, and I'm gonna win a prize at the end because all these guys are shitters, clearly. Yeah. They look like they have a lot of fun, I'm sure. Nice. Let's check out the other matches. Do I have to watch all the other matches? Okay. Just gonna adjust my my splint here. Larry versus Masahi. Okay. Sharon? Yeah, Sharon won, of course. So we're gonna fight Sharon now. Slightly surpassed? What the fuck kind of bullshit casting is this? I one-shot him with my first Pokemon. Come on, dude. That's some biased-ass casting right there. Okay, Sharon. I wonder if they're gonna be higher level than the other guys. I hope not. I don't think so, to be honest. But it's good to know that my rival is around that level, because that means that if there's a surprise rival battle in the future, then I don't need to be too worried about it. Like, I don't need to be concerned about what's gonna happen to my body. Okay, Stoutland. That's the big dog. Yep. Yeah, level 25. Okay, no big deal then. The dog evolves at level 25? Are you serious? That's so good. That's like really early on too. Don't you like the look of this giant dog? Like, I think that its stash is just so glorious. I'm a big fan of anybody that has like really lush facial hair, because I can't grow any for myself. So I always admire the big beards and stashes whenever I see them. Yeah, this is the evolved form of Minchino. Chinchino. It's basically its calling card is its ability, which is skill link. All those moves that do 2 to 5 hits, they always hit 5. That's what it does. And it's a really useful ability, actually, because all these moves that hit 2 to 5 times, if they hit 5 times, their base power is actually very high. Like for arm thrust, I think that it's base 25? Base 25 or base 35. But if you multiply that by 5, that's a base 125 move. Like, that's extremely strong. And they're all like that. And what makes them balanced is that, you know, on average you're only going to get 3, right? And a 3-hit arm thrust or a 3-hit fury swipes, those kind of things are not that strong. They're okay, you know. So in my Pokemon Black run through, I actually rolled with a Minchino or a Chinchino. I forgot which one's the big one. Chinchino, I think. And I really liked it. I liked it a lot. It did a lot of work with skill link, and that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to use it for this run. Like, even though like I know that it's quite good, I didn't want to use it because I already remember what it was like to raise that down, and I already remember like how strong it was. Maybe that's a little bit unfair for the purposes of the Let's Play, but you know, I don't really give a shit. It's my run through. I'm gonna do it in a way that I enjoy. So this guy, I don't know what he did at all for. Is this the generation where Dark is not resisted by Steel anymore? I think that's next gen, actually. Yeah, in Gen 6, they nerfed Steel types by making them no longer resist Dark and Dark and what? Dark and Ghost. Yeah. So those types also got, you know, a big boost because Dark was never like a great offensive typing. It was never bad, but what the fuck? Is this like the Steel type move? This is a physical Steel type move, right? Lowers defense? Lowers my accuracy? What a piece of shit. Alright, we're gonna switch out to Cheryl here. I don't wanna fuck around with all these like accuracy and confusion bullshits. Alright, yeah. Plus I resist electric, so that's another good part about this. Anyway, this guy, this Colrus NPC, I don't know what purpose he served in Black at all. Like, I don't even know if he was in it. I imagine he must be because like he's like a big Team Plasma big shot. LGM. This thing's psychic. I don't think it has. I hope it doesn't have levitate. I'm pretty sure that it doesn't, but maybe. Is it pure psychic? I can't even remember. Like, you barely ever see this thing because it's trash. Alright, it doesn't have levitate. And it does seem like it's pure psychic. Clink. Yeah, this is the gear Pokemon that people don't like. It's a Steel type. There's nothing really special about it. It's just a pure Steel type. It learns a bunch of electricity moves. You know, because it's, you know, it's part of like machinery or whatever. I keep getting sidetracked. Yeah, what I was trying to say is that I only know Colrus because of the TCG card. I used to watch some people play the Pokemon TCG back in the day. You know, it was alright. I think that it's a pretty good game. I never got into it because, like all online card games, it's extremely grindy to try and incentivize you to, you know, pay real money into it. But yeah, you know they're happy, dude. Come on. So they are. I remember Colrus being a fairly used card. I don't remember what it does. Dude, are you serious? It gives me 1 BP for this? That was such a waste of time. Holy shit. We hope to see you again, and you're never seeing me again. Okay, yeah. This is Roxy, that's right, the poison. Okay, the poison gym leader, so she'll be in there next time, okay. Yeah. Okay, sounds good, sure. I don't know what I'm supposed to do now. I wanted to win the first tournament I participated in. You got knocked out in the first round, dude. Why are you even trying to talk big? Sure. Sharon is yeah. No, I don't want to know about anybody. Okay. Sounds good. So we're gonna move onwards here. Where the fuck am I supposed to go? Okay, is Bush gonna tell me? Bush and Sharon are gonna tell me. Barely recognize you. Yeah. Traveling Pokemon. Everyone grow. Okay, so that's where we're gonna go. Wow, that was real subtle how they did that. I liked it. All right. He's still looking for fucking Sid. Like, what's a female version of Sid? Nancy, obviously. I never watched that movie either, to be honest. I don't even know if it's a movie. I just know Sid and Nancy. Sid Vicious and Nancy something. Were they like serial killers? Serial killers? Or like thieves? I don't know. It's a famous like couple named Sid and Nancy. I don't know anything else about it. My pop culture knowledge is pretty limited. I just hear whispers of everything. I haven't really experienced it for myself. I think it's just a result of growing up in the internet generation. TV was only around in my life. Like, for me, it was around longer than most people, and it was only around until I was maybe 14 or so. That was around the time when everybody stopped watching TV and just started to watch, YouTube and everything else instead. Oh. I still remember the glory days of YouTube when they didn't care about copyright or anything. I used to grind a bunch of different anime series while that was still the case. Level 30? Okay, sure. This is a bad matchup for me. I don't have anything to hit this guy with. Let's go with Frank. Yeah, so I remember I watched the entirety of Naruto on YouTube, as well as like 200 or so episodes of Detective Conan, and then also of One Piece. Like, I used to watch all these things on YouTube until copyright struck, and then they decided that we can't just have a bunch of copyrighted content on here. I think actually the reason why was not because they didn't care about copyright, but because during those days, maybe the anime series were not licensed in North America yet. No, they must have been, right? Because they were on TV. Like, I remember seeing Naruto on TV and like case closed and shit like that. So maybe they were just being a little bit lax about it. I don't know exactly how. All right, let's use takedown. This is my strongest stab move against it. I think I should one-shot it. Yeah, good job, Bambino. Well done. All right, so it turns out that I didn't need to level them all to 35, but you know, since I got so burned last time, I figure, okay, sure. Since I got burned so hard last time, sorry, I can't concentrate while I'm reading all this crap. What am I doing? What's going down? I don't understand. Okay. Oh, okay, I'm fighting guy. Alright. Since I got burned so hard last time, I figured it was better to err on the side of caution. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say that entire time, basically. Grimer and Golbat. Oh, fucking Golbat, dude. I wish I had the Golbat. I love Golbat. I don't know why I like Golbat so much. Wow, what the fuck? This Talon's level 33 now. Was this guy just messing with me earlier with his level 25 bullshit? Must have been, right? Must have been. Let's use takedown. Takedown's probably good here. I think this should be enough to kill. Oh, it's not. Just barely not enough. Okay, sure. His Thunder Fang, damn. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so as a result of TV going away so early in my childhood, I was exposed to a lot less pop culture sort of things, like in terms of TV shows and movies, because you know, I never YouTube movies weren't really a thing, at least to my knowledge. I don't think that was a big deal. Like, I'm sure lots of people go out and watch movies on their own accord. I'm not trying to, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this. Basically, like a lot of common movies or TV specials that would have been broadcast a lot on like cable TV, I never really experienced because I stopped watching TV fairly early on. And you know, when you're a kid, you don't really watch anything other than like in Canada, YTV. I don't know if YTV exists in the States. It's basically like it basically took a lot of Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon shows and put them together, and it was just its own channel. But that was like the basic cable TV channel for children. So that was what I was pretty much raised on, and I had a good time with it. I liked it a lot. And in terms of movies, the reason why I haven't seen a lot of them is that I have this deep-seated hatred for our local movie theater, because the way my house is positioned, there's only one. There used to be two movie theaters in my town, like not in Vancouver, but like in the suburb that I live in, and there used to be two, one in the mall, which was very easily accessible, and then one in like a faraway location, and that was like the Cineplex theater, like with a giant movie theater. Like there's a bowling alley, there was a swimming pool. It was basically like the entertainment area. I think the street is actually called Entertainment Boulevard. But the one, well, I used to go to movies fairly often when the one in the mall was still open, because okay, just give me one moment here. Alright, sorry about that. As usual, no editing, because fuck editing. But yeah, I used to go to the movie theater at the mall fairly often because, you know, it was convenient. You know, it was it's pretty normal for you know, young kids or teenagers to head to the mall on their own. It's very easily. Oh, beautiful. That's exactly what I was looking for, friend. Yeah, it's probably better to get Hornleech. Yeah. So I used to go there fairly often, but you know, as a kid, the amount of movies that you're gonna see are fairly limited in their scope. I just realized how risky that shit was. I almost died. Very limited in their scope. You know, it's mostly like with my parents. They definitely weren't taking me to see like classics or anything. Being immigrants, like their English is actually very good. Like both my parents have very good English, but they definitely are not the type of people to like fully immerse themselves in like these classics, because to them it's not classics, right? They're just other movies, because they didn't grow up hearing about who the fuck is this? His name's like Zublin or whatever. Shadow Triad. Excuse me? And you just pushed me away? Is that what? The Shadow Triad. What a dumb name. Holy shit. Okay. Zeluwin the dragon. Reshiram and Zekrom aren't here anymore? Okay, we're heading to Route 6. Okay, so that's good to know. I guess I'll find where that is eventually. What I was basically trying to say is that when I was a kid, I used to only watch romantic comedies with my mom, because that's what she wanted to watch. And then with my friends, basically just either like the teen comedies that's starring like all the Disney people, like the Ashley Tisdale, I can only name her. Who else? Like, who else was of that generation? That was like the first wave of like the Disney stars, the Zac Efron, the Vanessa Hudgens. These are the ones I remember. And then like the wave after that is like the Selena Gomez, the Demi Lovato or whatever. See, these are the ones I'm familiar with, because those are the ones that were around when I was still regularly watching TV. But where's Route 6? This is my question to you, friend. Oh, this is the gym. Okay, so and also like the animated shorts, not the shorts, like the Disney Pixar animated movies. So I've seen a lot of those, like all the ones that came out. Like I saw all of the Disney movies on VHS when I was growing up, I think. No, that's definitely not true. Like I never saw like Hercules or anything like that, but all the ones that came out in like, late 90s, early 2000s sort of thing, I saw most of them. Like Aladdin, Mulan, Little Mermaid, those things. I remember we lived next to a video rental store. That's a blast of the past. They're now closed down, of course, because I don't expect DVD and VHS rental stores to exist anymore anywhere, really. Like it just seems like it's a product of the time. Oh, right. I'm Zoroark. That's right. It's just a product of the times. It's not something that is necessary anymore. But yeah, so I watched all of those. But then all the classics like the Godfather, or like even like Matrix, or what else is something that I haven't seen? Like Terminator, Star Wars, Star Trek, like all these things I haven't experienced at all. And because I had a reason. This became very long-winded all of a sudden. Basically, because once the movie theater in the mall closed down, we only had like the Entertainment Boulevard one, the Cineplex big theater. And I live very, very close to that theater. Like I live maybe a 5 to 10 minute drive away from that theater. But by bus, there's no bus that goes directly there. I had to bus to the other side of town and then loop backwards. So it actually took me an hour and a half by bus and 10 minutes by car. And of course, being like a 14, 15-year-old, you don't have a car, right? There's no way for you to drive. And so I always resented any time that anyone wanted to go to the theater, because I was just like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't... Of course, sometimes there would be someone that drove me, but most of the time there wasn't, right? So I didn't really want to go ever. And like that sort of just associated in my head that, I didn't really want to go to movies ever either. So, yeah, like I just never became a big movie fanatic. Okay. This is what? This is Yancy again? Okay, sure. Yeah, so I never became a big movie fanatic, but I do enjoy the film here and there. Like I had a friend who also coincidentally lived next to a DVD rental store, but this was like in like 2010, 2011. And I used to go to her place and we used to rent DVDs and watch them. So that's where I watched quite a few of my favorite movies. Like one of the ones that I like best is called Mary and Max. It's an Australian claymation film by, I think all the animation and models were done by one guy. Like just one dude decided to make this movie all on his own, and it's about this Australian girl and then this man from New York with what's it called, with Asperger's syndrome, and their story of their 20-year pen pal relationship basically. And it was really interesting. It was one of those like black comedy heartfelt stories. I liked it a lot. It's one of my all-time favorites. And then my other friend has an older brother who wanted to go into film. So at his house is this like huge collection of like Blu-ray DVDs, and it was there that I first saw Pulp Fiction, and that has since become my all-time favorite movie. Huge fan of Pulp Fiction. I bought the Blu-ray for myself. I have it on my computer. I've watched it maybe 6 times, something like along those lines. Like I've seen it tons and tons of times. But yeah, I never really got into movies early on. And even now, like I like movies, like I have a greater appreciation for them as a medium. But I still don't really enjoy most movies. At least most current movies that come out. Mainly because I hate action movies. Like I think the action movies are stupid. Not because like I think action is stupid, but because they don't excite me. Like I don't get excited by seeing like explosions and car flipping and everything like that. I really appreciate like a good character driven story, or like very witty writing, or very good cinematography. Like I really appreciate those sort of things in movies, and I feel like that sort of become more of the exception rather than the norm in recent years. That might just be me because I haven't been watching a lot of movies, so I can't really say that I know a lot about them. But anything that I ever went to see with my mom, because my mom's a huge action movie fan. Like she loves those like Fast and Furious. Like she used to watch 24 when it was on TV, and Prison Break, like that sort of thing. Like those suspense action movies. She's a big fan of those. Whenever I watched those with her, I was always really bored. Like I went to see this year when I was in Thailand, actually with my girlfriend's family. We went to see the newest Bourne movie. I don't know, I forgot what it was called. Maybe part of it is that I hadn't seen any of the previous Bourne movies. I can imagine that would, take away from my enjoyment quite a bit. But I fell asleep halfway through because I just don't care. You throw chops people, like whatever, right? It's not a big deal to me. And I also really dislike the new trend of superhero movies because, like, number one, I didn't grow up on comic books. That wasn't my generation. Comic books kind of faded away into obscurity around the time that I was born. Are you serious? I missed this twice in a row? That might be a bit of an ignorant statement. I don't know if that's actually true. I think that they still go strong to this day. But at least when I was in school, like, I was the nerd, and I was friends with all the nerds, and not a single person was reading comic books. Not a single person even owned comic books. Like, I don't even know where you're supposed to buy them here, to be honest. And by comics, I mean like the classic superhero Golden Age Marvel DC sort of comics, like the Batman, the Superman. What the fuck is that? Oh, right. It's the mushroom head. Yeah, this is like the Voltorb or Electrode of this game. Like its head looks like a mushroom, so they appear as Pokeballs in the overworld. Yeah, so like I never grew up with comic books, so I don't have any of the nostalgia for it. Like I don't have any of this like these positive feelings towards them to begin with. And then also I feel like the movies are like just so, like the writing is just so cheap. Like it's just such like stupid jokes and like stupid scenarios going down, and like a lot of it just doesn't feel good. It just feels like there's no reason for them to exist other than like this nostalgia factor, Like I remember when I first saw Iron Man 1 at like age 12, I thought it was okay. Like I was like, oh, that's pretty cool, like Robbie Downey Jr., he's a pretty swag-tastic man, I can see why people like this movie. And then they just kept churning them out, and like each one worse than the last. That's not fair. I haven't seen that many of them. But I saw the OG Hulk, and I saw both Avenger movies, and I saw Iron Man 2, and I was not impressed with any of them. So maybe I just saw the bad ones, though. I hear that like Winter Soldier is really good, and like Thor is good or whatever. So, that could be a little bit overly dismissive on my part. Anyway, I realize that the timer is gone on, so I'm going to end the episode here. If you enjoyed the episode, I'd appreciate a like and comment rating. It helps me out a great deal. And as always, if you want to see more, there will be another one out tomorrow. But until then, I'll see you next time.